And the difference between a great entrepreneur and an entrepreneur that doesn't get it is a person who realizes those key episodes in their life are going to change their lives. And the notion of no one has a complete toolkit, right? All of you are challenged by something that you don't have. Some of you are operational in orientation. Some of you get things done. Some of you are really good at characterizing an opportunity and getting people excited about the bigger idea, right? Not all of you can do both, right? Some of you combine elements of both. But ultimately, to be successful as an entrepreneur, you got to bring a team together to complete the toolkit. And the more you realize that an entrepreneurship project is not n equals 1, is not a function of 1, the faster you'll be more successful. It's about building a great band. You know, when that great band makes great music, you're building a great entrepreneurial team, and that's what it takes. The last thing I know, and we'll dispense of it, is, and this is something I can't even teach you, but I'm guessing many of you already do this, to think big but start small. How many of you folks, you know, always think about the opportunity, unbridled opportunity, or you know, aggressively enthusiastic? You never see a limitation. I'm sure some of you are like that, right? You're pretty enthusiastic. How many of you will always question, you know, whether or not something can be done? Right? Well, balance those two standpoints. You need both in a successful team. Not one is the appropriate modality. The idea is for those people who always put constraints, for once in your life, dare yourself to drop all those constraints and think what it can be, and then start layering constraints as to how you might execute it, right? How you might build it up. So think big, start small. Just like you're doing this website. Talk about a big, hairy, audacious goal. Plan the university's innovation and entrepreneurship strategy. Pretty hairy, audacious goal. You guys started with 4 teams. You're starting small, right? Now you're conceptualizing at the lower level. How do you think about benchmarking programs? How do you think about putting out media? How do you think about designing a blog system? You know, everything you do on a daily basis is an opportunity. You're going to walk out of this room. You're going to do a number of things today. There are a number of opportunities that will present themselves. The difference between a fortunate person and an unfortunate person is some of you will see it, some of you won't. And a great entrepreneur is always open to the opportunity. See what I'm trying to say? So if we quit class right now, did you get anything out of this class? Is that helpful? So never let anyone say an entrepreneur is just lucky, because I don't think they get it, right? And do you think that we've done a good job this isn't a value judgment, but do you think that we have effective mechanisms for that translational engine using the students, having the students help adopt new learning and bring them into an entrepreneurial frame? Do you think we're doing that well right now? Tell me what you're thinking.
Not as well as it could be done.
Right. What could we do to make it better? How do we involve the students in this world of innovation and entrepreneurship? How do we use you guys as the agents of entrepreneurship or innovation?
Start with classes like this, and just like the first year seminar, so it's kind of you kind of separate it from actually being like a work and study class where it's more open. You can just discuss things and learn in a different way, and then get a spark that way.
It's so fascinating. You're right. It's almost a cultural change, I think, that's needed. And I think we've started that cultural change at Carolina. I feel that it's in the blood of the place already. But then we have to really question, what are the models that we need to move to in the future to make it happen? How do we create a symbiosis so the faculty aren't in their labs developing things and yet divided from the students who can apply it, right? How do we create a laboratory among the students? Right? And it's interesting, there are some people that are born to innovate, and there are some people that are born to be entrepreneurs. Are there people that combine the two? Absolutely. You met one, right? Jody Simone. Do you think that there are people that are born to innovate but not be entrepreneurs, and people are born to be entrepreneurs but can't innovate? I would agree too. So that's my point. My sense is that if we mix the terms, we don't understand the terms. Entrepreneurship is the application of innovation in the marketplace. You know, I think. Innovation is not constrained to the lab, but you went there because it's something we can tangibly use. It has a focus on application. You can easily translate innovations in the lab to the market in the form of products, in the form of services, and things of that nature. But I would argue that Carolina Kibera, that's a freaking great innovation. Wouldn't you agree? What else is happening on campus? That's yesterday's innovation. What's today's innovation? What are you guys talking about now? What's being innovative within the undergrads here at UNC? What's happening? Anything cool? Is there another Kibera in the works? Is there another Nourish?
What is Kibera?
Carolina Kibera is going after, I guess, human health issues in which country in Africa? It's I think Nigeria. I'm not sure, but there's a great program where they're actually bringing public health people to Kibera, which is a desperately poverty-stricken area of Africa. Nourish International is using hunger, trying to attack hunger. A hell of a great innovation, right? Are there other innovations going on campus? So I would argue, shouldn't just be looking at the science. I think science is a great source of innovation. I would leave it up to you as to your sense. Now, if you were to tap entrepreneurship as a source, where are the entrepreneurs? Where would you be most likely to find the entrepreneurs?
Business people.
You think? You think? You think? Who are the great entrepreneurs that graduated from the University of North Carolina? Study that. Business school teaches you on a translational level to translate business opportunities. It doesn't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. I'd argue there are as many entrepreneurs that have been created out of the non-business disciplines as there are the business disciplines here at Carolina. Many have come out of science, out of the social sciences. The business school is a great tool. How can the business school be leveraged? You'd probably be more likely to find a student who's interested in a commercial entrepreneurial opportunity at the business school. Would you agree with that? Okay. So your answer isn't wrong. You're aggregating almost a supply over there, an orientation. But to go to business school, does it turn you into an entrepreneur?
No.